What's happening, folks? Welcome to our first video breakdown. In today's video, we are going to actually do one of my videos that was filmed about 3 weeks ago. However, on this channel, we're going to do we're going to pull a bunch of different YouTubers' videos on here, and we're going to grade them, all right, on a scale of did they pick the right location, the right equipment, how successful were they in the video, watchability. So I think that would be a fun thing, and if you want your video graded, then link it below and I'll check it out and see if it's one that would be a good fit for this channel. That being said, today's video is going to be on jetty fishing, and the reason why, because jetty fishing is something that everybody can do, all right, by boat or by land. There's always fish at jetties. However, number 3 is you may not be successful at a jetty if you aren't fishing it correctly. So that's why I want you to watch that video. But before we start, I want you to smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe if you have not subscribed to the channel. Let's get right into the video. We're going to watch about 30 seconds of it, and then we're going to start talking. We just got out here, and I just put me on a big old shrimp. Now I'm huffing and puffing after that walk because that was brutal. I got to find me a good place to fish down here. First part, we're going to talk about location. Why did we pick these jetties? It's January. What's the reason behind it? And it's pretty simple, okay? Right now, there's a major lack of bait going on the Florida Gulf Coast. All the bait is pushed back up into these little creeks and these rivers. Because there's such a major lack of bait, a lot of these fish concentrate onto structure, the fish that are still on the Gulf Coast, like sheep's head and redfish and mangrove snapper. They'll concentrate on these big rock structures like that because there still are an assortment of crustaceans, little crabs and shrimp and stuff like that, and little small pinfish and different stuff that still do hang close to these rocks in the winter time. I don't know exactly where to even throw, what size weight to even use. This first couple times, it's going to be like a test. It is going to be like a test here because that statement right there is so important, all right? What did I walk up and say? Hey, I'm going to have to test out the water first to see how heavy a weight I need. Now, why this is so important is because I have a saying that goes, use the least amount of tackle that you can possibly get away with. And I do think that one of the main reasons that anglers are unsuccessful at places like bridges and jetties and deep water structure is because they use too heavy of tackle. I come prepared with an arsenal of everything from a little bitty split shot all the way up to a 2 to 4 ounce egg sinker. All right, so if I pull up to a place like this and we've got extreme moving water, all right, I'm going to put on a heavier weight. It makes sense too. But if the water's still, if we don't have a lot of tidal movement, why would I use a 1 ounce or a 2 ounce? Man, these rocks are so slippery. I'm going to get hung, dude. Yep, I can't even cast without getting hung. Pretty tough fishing conditions right here. I think I got him. I got him. Yeah, fish on. Oh, that was a big fish, dude. Golly. Oh my gosh, it was a big bluefish. That's what it looked big like. Bluefish. I might have to go get the spoon. He cut me off. Well, I'm 0 for 1. So why did I lose that fish right there? Well, it was not a target species. That was a bluefish. Bluefish have teeth. He cut me off. I'm fishing for redfish, mangrove snapper, pompano, and sheep's head. And when you hang a bluefish and you're using 20-pound fluorocarbon leader, that's what I was using, a 20-pound fluorocarbon leader, you have a good chance of getting broken off. Now, let's talk about the setup that I was using real quick because we're now in the tackle section of this video. All right, I'm using a Penn Fierce 4000. It's spooled with 20-pound braided line, and I'm using my 7'2". I'm using my 6'8" medium extra fast toadfish rod in this video. The reason I'm using the 6'8", I like a little shorter rod. When I'm jetty fishing from land like that, it allows me to handle them fish and pull them out a little bit better. And so that's that was the equipment that I was using. Let's get another bait out and see if we can put one on the deck, man. Whew, Ooh, these rocks are so slippery. Good gracious. Look, there's a little bite. There's a little bite.
Make it so much easier.
There's a fish. There's a good fish. That's a good fish. That may be a sheep right there, dude. Good fish. I might have to get down. Oh, that's a sheep, dude. Come here. Got him. Got him. Got him. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All the hard work has paid off. And you know what? I have not eaten a sheep's head in a very long time. So this bad boy's going to the house. All right, so this is an extremely important point. Now in the video, it looks like that we just I just caught that fish like 5 minutes after I arrived, and that wasn't the case at all. It actually took me like an hour to get our first bite, or not to get our first bite, to catch our first fish. The reason behind that is I had a bigger hook tied on purposely in case there were redfish there, and we kept getting sheep's head bites, and I kept missing them, because if you know anything about sheep's head fishing, you do need a small hook. So the original hook that I was using was a Mustad Ultra Point, and I think Mustad makes a great hook for redfish. It was like a 1 or 2/0. They're very strong, and they're maybe just a tad big for sheep's head. And so I was like, man, I'm getting sheep's head bite. I'm getting sheep's head bite. I'm not being successful. So I switched, and I switched to this guy right here. This is an Eagle Claw 084 number 4. It's what I guided for 10 years around structure, in shallow water structure, which anything under 20 foot or less, all the guides would use this hook right here. It's a phenomenal sheep's head hook. Okay, I absolutely love it, and I'll continue to use it. If there's any negativity towards this hook, it is the fact that if you do hang a really big redfish or something on it, it's probably going to straighten out. But hey, we're sheep's head fishing, so I changed over to this. Was immediately successful. We're going another shrimp, and I got to get down here back to the spot where I hooked up. All right, and it was just right out here. It's funny how subtle those sheep's head bite, man. I thought it was a pinfish, honestly. Yeah. So Kyle's over there working for blues, guys, because we did just I did just lose that bluefish. I got him, I got him, I got him. There he is. Big blue, dude. Big freaking blue. I got him on super light line too. So I'm gonna use this clip right here to talk about drag for just a second. I get tons of questions on my channel like, why do you mess with your drag? Well, let me explain why I just messed with my drag right here. Okay, we have a tight drag for sheep's head and mangroves and redfish. Well, as soon as I knew that it was a bluefish, I saw it was a bluefish, I had this tight drag. A bluefish takes off in extremely fast bursts, all right? And so if he does that and I have a tight drag, it's gonna snap my line, straighten the hook, or pull the hook. And so immediately I loosened my drag real quick to let that bluefish run. Oh, it's a big blue. That's a big blue. Come here, baby. No way. Finally got one of these blues up, guys. I've been hanging a lot of these blues, but they're hard to get up on little bitty hooks. Multi-species day. Oh, Kyle's on. Kyle's on, dude. No way. First cast back. What you got, dude? Oh, did he hook you up? Oh, he's in the rocks, dude. No, he's out. He's out. That's a good fish, man. That's a big mangrove. No, it's not. That's a big mangrove, bro. Get him up. That is a stud mangrove, bro.
Let's get him over the rocks. Yeah, that's...
So something that's pretty interesting about jetty fishing is when you see someone hook up, you have a very good chance to hook up yourself. So if you ever see somebody hook up, immediately throw, because these fish, man, it's almost like these fish around these jetties, it's like the dinner bell goes off and they all want to feed at once, okay? There's fish there. A lot of times there'll be fish there and they just won't bite. These fish are very tide driven, or there just may be something that makes them fire off real quick. So if you ever see somebody hook up, immediately get your bait in the water. Oh, I'm getting bit too, dude. I'm on. I think I got it. Oh, get out of the rocks. Get out of the rocks. Oh, look, doubled up on the big mangroves, dude. Look at this. What a dub piece, dude. Nice.
Hold on, let's pulled them up, man.
With a Penn Fierce 4000 with 20-pound braided line here. Yeah, we got hung, finally, again. Oh wait, we got a fish. I thought I was hung and I got a big fish. Oh my gosh, I got a big fish. I thought I was hung, I got a stud sheep on. Come here, come here. I was literally, oh my gosh, this is gonna be a hard one to get up. We got him. We got him, baby. We got him. Dude, I thought I was hung up and I got a big sheep. Can you believe that? Hey, hold on. Let me let him chill here. Let me let him chill. Check that out. I thought that I was hung up, and I was. And I also had a real nice sheep. Look how funky he is. It's almost like a dolphin or something took a bite out of him. So this is a good opportunity to talk about bait. All right, you've seen us catch mangroves, bluefish, sheep's head, redfish potential there for sure. And we're using live shrimp. Now, the reason we're using live shrimp is this time of year to catch everything bait at the jetties. Everything eats them. However, the warmer that it gets, the more trash fish move into the jetties, like pinfish and all kind of junk fish like that eat the live shrimp. All right, and so it gets tougher and tougher to use live shrimp the warmer that it gets. You know, certainly you can be successful throughout the year, but I like live shrimp in the colder months, the cooler months through about March 31st. And then I start using fish baits. And once the fish baits move in, that's what I'm going to use, because then I'm going to start catching redfish and all kind of stuff like that. And guys, everything that I'm telling you here, most of it holds true for anywhere around the coastline of the United States. A lot of this stuff holds true. This is not just the coast of Florida. You can use these techniques anywhere. Okay, just be mindful that if you're out there and you're fishing and your shrimp's getting cut in half, or your bait's getting picked away, you need to keep a 6-foot cast net on board or an 8-foot cast net and catch you some fish baits. All right, that's going to change your life. Okay, so guys, that'll do it for today's video breakdown. I hope you learned something. Feel free to ask me any questions that you may have. I do have an Instagram for this page as well. This is my main Angler Up page that I'm turning into a business. It is just Angler Up Official, or it's Angler Up _official, I believe, on Instagram. It'll be linked below. Go check my Instagram out. But I hope you learned something today. Just a quick recap. We learned a little bit about equipment. Use the least amount of tackle that you can get away with. Always do that, no matter where you're fishing. As far as bait, use live shrimp, but if you are getting your live shrimp cut in half or picked apart by small fish, then change to a fish bait. Always come prepared to change to a fish bait. If there are sheep's head around, and you know there are sheep's head around, make sure and bring you some small hooks. Okay, swing jigs work as well, but I prefer these small Eagle Claw 084 hooks on a Carolina rig. All right, that is all I had, was a Carolina rig with a 20-pound fluorocarbon leader and a small weight. Always use braided line around structure. Now, the reason I do that is to, again, be able to pull them. It's kind of a double-edged sword, because if braided line does happen to rub against a rock, it will cut easier than mono. That is why I use a long fluorocarbon leader always around structure. But I love braided line because I can yank these fish out. It has no stretch. Adjusting your drag. All right, adjust your drag if necessary. All right, loosen your drag if you hang a big fish around these structures and let him run away from the rocks. Play him, because if you try to horse a fish, that is too powerful for your equipment. He's just going to break you off, or straighten your hook or pull your hook. I hope you enjoyed the video. The next video breakdown will be of a random YouTuber. I'm going to just pull somebody's video. I don't know who that's going to be yet. If you have anybody you want me to break down, comment below in the description and I'll be happy to do so. All right, we will expose their fishing abilities. All right, hope each and every one of you have a great week.